So hello everyone. In this video, I'll be creating this table by using Colspan and Rowspan. Actually, we have learned this, but for practice, we need to create some tables so we can actually implement the code. So by this, we will be able to understand what Colspan and Rowspan easily. So let's make this one by using Colspan and Rowspan. So how can we create this? First, you have to understand that this timetable is the first row, right? And in the first row only one th is there. Why th? Because it is bold and in the center. So we can create first row, and inside that we can create this th. So let me just practically do this and let me just show you that. So I can remove the previous code which is there. I can remove this code, not all the code, but yeah, this one. And I can give the width to be, let's say, 60%. That will be good. And I can remove the background color. I don't want that. We just want some borders of black color, right? So I told you that in the first row there is only one heading, which is timetable. So I'll be creating one row, and inside that I can create one th. I can say timetable here, and I can close the th. So if I do this one, so you can see that this heading is there. And what we wanted now, like in the second row, we can see that in the second row there is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But also you have to count this one which is having some row span. You have to count this one also, because it is taking up the whole height of the column or the rows. But we want that element as well. So first we are creating elements, then we'll be adding the items. Also, this timetable is having call span, because this first column and the second column, third, fourth, fifth, and the sixth column, all these width is taken up by this heading which is timetable. So we can give it a call span of these columns. So how many columns were there? There are six columns. One, two, three, four, five, six. So six columns are there. So we'll be giving this th a call span 6, because we want that to come up in complete width. Like in all the columns, there is the same heading. So we'll be giving this th the same call span. We'll be giving call span 6 here. And in the next row, we are going to create six elements or six items. And the items will be, and the items will be in th. I can write. Why am I writing is in th? Because the first element is bolder. So we can write that. And now hours, and I can close that here. And similarly, we have Monday. That is also bolder and in the center. So we can write it in th. I can write Monday and then I can close that. And then there is Tuesday. I can make it faster by copying the same thing and can give it some gap, let's say. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. How many were there? Okay, it's for Friday only, so Saturday and Sunday is holiday, so we can remove that. Now we have actually other items we want. So 3 and 3. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday again. Not this one. Yeah. Now there are 6. Now if you go to the table, you can see that items are a little bit uh, not closed here, so I can close them. Yeah, now it will be fine. Now you can see that it is having hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the other ones. So what we can do is we can actually create this hours, and we want that hours to take up the full height of the rows. So how many rows actually it is taking, we need to remember that. So it is taking actually the first row, this one, it is started from this here, and the first row, the second row, third, fourth, fifth, and the sixth row. So it is also taking the 6 rows of height. So we can give that to the first element, to the hours. We can give that row span 6. So it will take up the 6 rows of height. But now we have to remember that if we are giving it a height of 6 rows, then one item will be lesser in the upcoming rows. So in the next row, I'll be creating only science, maths, arts, only the 5 elements, not the sixth one, because the height of the sixth element is taken up by this hours. So I'll be not giving it extra TD, because the extra TD is taken up by this hours. So height is reduced by this one. So we can create the next TR, and inside that I can specify the items which are there. So there are science, maths, and arts. So I can specify it in TD, because TD is the one we use for adding the content normally. Science, I can close that. I can also create science, maths, TD. I can write anything I want, but that should be always be in TD. Science, maths, and science, maths. I can copy the same thing. Let's say maths. And then I can create one more TD, which is arts. So now you can see that 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 TDs are there, and the sixth one is taken up by this hours. So if we save that, then no problem should be there. You can see that it is not having any problem. This border is removed because it is actually built for 6 rows, but it is having only 2, so that's why it is not showing that. So it will show that if we increase the rows. So we can similarly increase for the other ones, which is this one, social history, English, social, sport. I can copy the same row again and paste that here. For the content, I'll choose the social or anything for now, but that doesn't matter because content can be anything. Let's say science. uh, I can write sports here or anything. If I save that, so the next row should also be fine. You can see that it is also fine. But in the third row, you can see that only one element is there, or one TH is there. Why TH? Because it is a little bit bolder, and it is actually taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns of width. So whenever the width is there, you will be writing always the call span. So we can specify in the third row, I can specify tr, and then there is th, and I can specify lunch here, and I can close that. And for this th, I'll be giving it a call span because it is taking up the width. And how many number of columns it is taking actually? It is taking the first, second, third, fourth, and the fifth column. So we can write 5 columns of call span here, and I can close this tr because there is no other element in here. Only this single element or this single th was there in this row. So if I check that, so you can see this lunch is taking up the 4 columns of width. Now what we want is we want this one, the fourth or fifth row, I think. uh, science maths, and you can see that this project is also taking the row span. Why row span? Because the height is a little bit larger than a normal cell. So you can see that we have to create this project in this row, science maths, and this project. And then we have to give it a row span of 2 because it is coming in its row and in the next row as well. So the first row and the second row, it is taking up the 2 rows of height. That's why we'll be giving it a row span 2. But this element should start from the this row, which is the fifth one, I think. So I can create one more element or one more row here, and I can write any title here, science maths, and this one is project, but it is actually taking up the row span. So we'll be giving it a row span of 2 because it is taking up the second row as well. That's why. Now what we actually need to do is we need to create the next row, which is this row, social history English social, because this row is having 4 elements because the fifth one is taken up by this project. We have given it the row span 2, so we'll not be creating the fifth element because the height of the fifth element is given to this project or this cell. So we'll be creating the row, but we'll be writing only 4 elements there because the fifth one is taken up by the project cell, right? So I can write anything here. I can remove this extra td which is there, and I can write the same uh, subjects which are there. So if I refresh the page, now you can see that it is actually taking up the second row as well. And now you can see ours is also fine now. So this is how we actually create table by using row span and call span. You can create any number of columns or any number of table by this formula or this row span and call span procedure. If there is any table which is having different number of if it is having the width of different numbers of, then you can use the call span and the row span definitely. So I hope you got this and you understood what I told you in this video and you practiced it. So I hope you got it. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.